All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Just checking here. Can everybody see me? There you are. You can see me, hear me? Good, okay. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started seated on our mat. So if you would like some music for today, go ahead and take a moment just to put on a playlist because our music isn't working this morning. But that's okay. I've decided to flow outside. So I have the music of the birds and the sounds around me. So feel free to just take a second, get your playlist queued, and then sit comfortably and take a few breaths, just letting the shoulders grow heavy, letting the mind become clear. Getting ready to start this day with a feeling of new beginnings and love. Love for ourselves, love for the other people and the nature that we come in contact with. And that's our final theme for our Going Deeper series is love. So we're going to start with a connecting breath by bringing the right hand over the heart and the left hand on the belly. So all the love we give out to other people, to our passions, everything else around us stems from our love for ourselves. The more time and effort you take into showing yourself love, the more those things will pour out and shine out to everything else around you. So take a few breaths. See if you can feel your heartbeat under your right hand. Feel the chest and the belly rising and falling with your breath. And begin your day here, just connecting. And maybe taking on that intention of showing and receiving love more for the weekend and for the coming week ahead. Feel the coolness of the breath coming in through the nose. Feel the warmth of that air as it goes back out. Let yourself relax. Let the spine grow a little bit taller. And then feel the breath come a little deeper now as you sit up tall, the chest opens, and the lungs expand that much more. On your next inhale, go ahead, release the hands. And let's bring them up overhead. On the exhale, just letting one hand come down to the side. Take a nice long side stretch, pressing that opposite hip down into the mat. You can roll out that top wrist. And then inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale out to the other side. Press that opposite hip down and roll out the wrist. Bringing it back up And we'll exhale, drop the hands back behind us now. Let's interlock the fingers and just pull them down over the hips. Rolling the shoulders back and open. This class today is going to be all about our heart openers, as it is love. Opening those shoulders, opening your chest, working through the spine, and really trying to connect with your breath throughout your flow today. You have no responsibilities, no judgments. Nothing is expected of you for this next short time we have together. So just come into the moment. Feel your body relax. Go ahead, release the hands. And let's take some circles around. You can let the neck get into the action just with a little roll. Let this just be loose and feel good. And bring it back the other way. Coming to stillness in the middle. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, bring those hands in front. Give yourself a little push up, coming onto your hands and knees in your tabletop. Let's take it for our cat-cow. Taking a big breath into cow, look forward. Exhale to arch the spine to cat. Inhaling back to cow. And exhaling cat. Take a couple more rounds like this. Feel out your spine. Maybe notice if there's any point that's a little tighter. Or where does the stretch feel really good? Maybe hold another breath into that. Let's take one more round. And coming still with a neutral spine, let's tuck the toes, bring the hips up nice and gently. And we'll walk the feet out here. Our walking down dog. Notice the backs of the legs, the glutes. Again, do you feel tightness or where does it feel really good? You can hold and breathe into one side and then move back into the other. Really making this a nice loving flow for your body today. So taking what feels good, leaving behind what doesn't. Let's go ahead, step the left foot forward between the hands, coming into your runner's lunge. Take a breath there, press forward into that front leg, feel a good stretch down the right. On an exhale, we're gonna rock the hips back, coming into a balanced pyramid pose here. Just for a breath, and then come back down into that runner's lunge. Give yourself a nice press forward, and then press it back. Stay up on the back toes, let the hips fall back. Pushing forward again, runner's lunge. And back to that balanced pyramid. One more here. And press it back. Let's hold our balanced pyramid now for a moment. If you want a little bit more challenge, maybe try lifting the hands off the mat. Maybe even try taking them up behind you. Let the head drop heavy. Take a big lift up now all the way to your high lunge. Take a breath in, shoulders roll back. Exhale, sink in a little deeper. Hands into the heart and a big step to the top of the mat. Release to your mountain. Inhaling, reach up. Exhale, let's sit to our chair. Let the arms come back. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, chair, arms come back. Let's take 2 more of these. Exhale away. Inhale. Exhale it down. Inhaling all the way up, lift to the toes. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take halfway flat back. Let's hold here a moment. You can bring the hands to the shins. Take a breath. See if you can extend longer through the neck, like you're pulling your tailbone and the top of your head to 2 opposite directions. Let's release hands to the mat and step our way back to our downward facing dog. Take a nice long breath here. Inhale into your high plank. Press the ground away. Feel the hips come in line with the body. And exhale, let yourself all the way down to the mat. Lifting into a little baby cobra. So baby cobra, we're just lifting the chest forward and the throat opens up. Exhale to let it down. And we'll open the arms out into a T next to us. Bend the left leg and let it come over the right side of the body. Opening up the front of that right shoulder. And let the ear come down to the mat. Your left hip will lift off. If you want a little bit more in this stretch, you can try taking the left hand. Take the top of the hand to the small of the back. So just fully opening up both shoulders here. Breathe. Let yourself sink, feeling out that shoulder. And we'll go ahead and release. Make your way back over. Opening the arm back out. Right leg lifts. Let's bend that knee and take it back behind you. Opening into that left shoulder now. Don't worry if the foot doesn't come all the way to the floor. Take it back as far as feels good. Savor that little twist through the spine. And let's go ahead, release, bring it back over. Walk the hands in right next to the chest. And we'll lift up into a full cobra. So this time the belly's lifting off as well. Shoulders roll down and away. Big breath in and out. Release to the mat. Tucking the toes, let's lift it up, downward facing dog. Send those hips to the sky. Take a long breath. Looking forward, let's step the left foot up. Coming into our runner's lunge once more. And exhale, straighten through that front leg. Let's bring the back foot down now, coming into our full pyramid pose. Bend the knee, lift it up, warrior one. Settle all the way down into that knee, big open chest. Exhale, straighten the leg. And we're going to bring the hands to the heart here. Make a connection. Press the palms together. Feel each fingertip pressing together. Push the bottoms of the feet strong into the mat. And gently bring yourself down. See if you can come down without the hands. Just using the strength of the legs to hold your balance. Inhaling, slowly roll your way up. And exhale, we'll bend the knee. Reach forward. And let's take the chest down, reaching as long as you can. Touch the other side of the room with those fingertips. Big breath in. And as you exhale, swing the arms back, coming into your humble warrior. From here, you can bind the hands if you like. And maybe even lift them up off the back. Let the head fall heavy. Exhaling to release the arms. And inhale to rise back into that warrior one. Exhaling, cartwheel the hands down around the foot. Let's tuck those back toes and lift the left leg through into your three-legged dog. Let the foot come down. And let's take it to our high plank. Exhaling here, option to come to the mat or chaturanga halfway. Take a lift up to up dog. Tucking the toes, bring it back, down dog. One more long breath. Inhaling here, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the foot through, coming to that runner's lunge. Take a breath, press into that front leg, let your hips kind of sink down a little to feel that stretch through the left. Slowly start to straighten the front leg, coming to our balanced pyramid, so we're leaving those back toes tucked. Take a breath. And we'll bend the knee in again. Straighten the leg, reach long, balanced pyramid. And bend the knee, runner's lunge. Straighten out. And bend in. One more, let's straighten. And exhale, bend. Taking a big rise now up into your high lunge. Exhale to sit in nice and deep. Take a breath. Let's straighten up the leg. And exhale, hands to the heart. Bend the knee, and we'll bring that back foot down flat. Warrior one, reaching up tall. And exhale, straighten the leg. Let's take it down into our pyramid. Reaching down for the leg, or if the hamstring feels nice and open, you can reach for the mat. Let the head drop. See if you can relax the chest towards the thigh a little bit more. Let the back of the neck be long. Inhaling to bend the knee and make your way back. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to the heart. Straightening through the front leg, we're going to take that balance again. So first, think about your connection with the palms, the connection with the feet against the mat. Ground yourself nice and strong, and then extend the spine long. Let yourself come forward. Gently bend the knee and draw the chest all the way back up. Exhaling, arms reach up. Let's take it forward. Reach as long as you can across the room. Send those fingertips out. And then relax down into your humble warrior. Sweeping the arms back and behind. and the head falls heavy. Option here to bring the hands together and possibly roll the shoulders open. Let them lift off the back. Exhale, hands return to the back if they're up. And we'll lift all the way to the top, warrior one. Go ahead, cartwheel the hands down around that front foot. And let's step the foot back, downward facing dog. From here, we'll drop to the knees and take a little press back in our child's pose. Let the forehead relax to the mat. And just take a few breaths, grounding down. Feel the palms press into the mat. The length through the spine, up into the back of the head. The opening in the quads. Let your lower back relax and release its tension. Taking 2 more long breaths. On your next inhale, let's go ahead, rise up to all fours. And we'll tuck the toes, bring it back downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga or to the mat. And take a lift to your cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes again. And we'll bring it back downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop your way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to the mat. Small bend in the knees as we roll to the top. Inhaling to reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll balance into the right foot. Let the left knee rise up in front of you. Flex the foot, spread your toes wide, really engaging the whole leg. With the right hand, now we're going to take a hold of the outside of the knee and let yourself twist open, reaching that left hand back and behind. Exhaling, bring it forward, hands into the heart, and we'll step the left foot back, high lunge. Take a breath, reach up, let's straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend back in. Hands release to the mat, and we'll step the right foot up, three-legged dog. Let's bend the knee there, open up the hip, and take a little look under that right armpit. Exhale, bring the foot back to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. And exhale, chaturanga or mat. Lift it up, dog or cobra. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and turn to look out under that left armpit, opening up the hip nice and wide. Go ahead, close the hip. Let's step the left foot through between the hands. Take a lift up into your high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to step right up into that one-legged Tadasana balance. So stepping your way up, balance to the left. Let the right knee rise. Press the palms together. Flex that right foot. Let's take our twist. Reaching left hand to the outside of right knee. Open the right arm up. See if you can take your gaze back behind you. Release back to center. Exhale to mountain. Let's take the arms down. Open up the palms. Full mountain pose. Pulling the shoulders down away from the throat. Press the bottoms of the feet actively into the mat. Let yourself just be strong and still for a moment. From here, we'll take a big breath in, reach the arms up. We're going to exhale to come up onto the toes. Balance mountain. See if you can rise a little taller. And then exhale, come to balance chair. So bending the knees, lower yourself to chair pose, up on the toes. That is beautiful. Go ahead, release all the way down to the heels in your toe balance. And we'll challenge our balance a little more by taking some movement. So the arms are going to open to the side. And then release them back behind you. Interlock the fingers there. And pull the hands down over the hips to open the chest. Look out in front of you, open the throat, give yourself a big smile. Exhaling, we're going to reach the arms out. And a little transition here, we're going to come seated and lift the feet right to boat. Take a moment, extend through the spine. Exhaling here, we're going to let the right leg come down to the mat. Bend that knee in front of you. And the left foot is going to cross over the leg into our half Lord of the Fish pose. So if this is too tight in your hips, seated like that, feel free to just take that bottom leg out long. So you have a little more space to work with. And we'll come into our twist from here, twisting toward the left. Bring that left hand down behind you. Right elbow is going to hook to the outside of the knee. And we'll open to our half Lord of the Fish. Take a couple breaths here. Now, if you want to deepen the twist, take a breath in, reach the spine a little longer. And as you exhale, push that right elbow into the knee to help you twist in a bit deeper. Feel out the spine here, see what feels right for you. And exhale it to release. Go ahead, take that top leg and bring it back behind you. Extend it out nice and long. You're coming into a little pigeon there. Just take a breath. And then tuck those back toes. Let's slide the right leg out. Find your three-legged dog. Right leg comes to the air. Exhaling, foot to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lift up dog. And exhale to cobra. I'm sorry, down dog. Looking forward, hop to the top of the mat. Release into your forward fold. Inhale to roll up. And exhale to reach high. Lift to the toes, balance mountain. Lift a little higher. And exhale, balance chair. Hands to the heart. And let's take it down to toe balance pose. Fun little transition to open the arms, roll yourself back, open right to your boat. This time we'll take the left foot under. Right foot crosses over the knee. And find your half float of the fish, turning toward the right this time. So take a couple breaths there in the twist, just kind of letting the body adjust. And then if you'd like to come in a little bit deeper, press that left elbow into the knee. Extend the spine long as it twists a little deeper. Exhale it to release and come into the center. Take that left leg back. You're going to stretch out behind you like pigeon. And then rolling up onto the hands, tuck those back toes. Let the left leg come back, three-legged dog. And exhale it to the mat. Take a look forward. And we'll step or hop our way up, forward fold. And slowly roll your way up to the top. Inhaling to reach. And exhaling, your hands come to the heart. Take a couple breaths in your mountain pose. Go ahead, make your way down to the mat now, and we'll come back to you. So today's class being all about heart openers, I wanted us to practice our ultimate heart opener, which is our wheel pose. So as I'm not there in real life to guide you, feel free to play around with it a little bit, see what feels comfortable, but feel no pressure to come into the pose. I'll just go through it with you and our variations that we'll take. So we're going to begin just by coming into our bridge. So we're going to roll the shoulders under, a nice flat open chest. And I'm just going to lift the hips. So that's your bridge pose. To take it the next step up, the next practice is going to be reaching the arms up straight overhead. You're going to bend the elbows and bring the hands down over the shoulders. So just practicing that, feeling nice and strong. If that feels good, you can try pressing up on the hands, bring the top of the head to the mat. And if that feels good, maybe pressing all the way up to your wheel. Once you're in wheel, possibly walking the feet in to deepen that stretch in the back. So those are your different options. So we're going to begin down here on our backs in our bridge. Walk the feet in, bring the knees equal width of your hips. So we don't want the feet right together. You don't want them super wide either. Just so you have a nice stable base down the midline of your body. From there, rolling shoulders under and the chest opens wide. Let the hips lift up. Take a breath, enjoying your bridge. So you can come in and out of this bridge, hugging knees to the chest when you come down. Or take it the next step if you want to extend the arms. Bend the elbows to bring the hands back. And take a lift up to the top of the head. And possibly up to your wheel. So go ahead, play around with which pose feels good to you. I'll just take a quick look. If anyone is wanting to try the wheel. Very nice, guys. Fantastic, Paula. Biddy, lovely job there. Amazing. Go ahead and exhale. Let the hips come down. Roll out the wrists. Give them a little break. So feel free, those of you who want to play with the wheel, to give it another go. Everyone who's working into your bridge, we're going to lift. And maybe try walking the hands underneath if you're in bridge. Roll the shoulders under like we did with our humble warrior. See if you can bind the hands underneath the hips. Breathe here, press the hips to the sky. Exhaling, everyone go ahead, come down to the mat. And we'll take the knees into the chest and give a little rock side to side. The wheel is a very intense pose, and of course it takes a bit of bravery as well, because there's that worry that you might fall. So it's a hard one to do online because I can't really support you from there, but it's something you could play with in your home practice until we are together again. Lovely. Let's let the feet come down to the mat as wide or wider than the mat, and then just let the knees fall together in the center. Reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch there. Go ahead, just swish the knees side to side. You can leave them out wide how they are. And let them fall over to one side. Take a few breaths there. Lifting back up. And let them fall to the other side. Take a few breaths. Bringing them back to the center. Let's pull the knees up, open the feet up to the sky. Taking our happy baby, so you can take a hold of the bottom of the feet or the backs of the thighs if that feels better. And take a little rock side to side. See if you can bring the backs of the shoulders down toward the mat. Pulling the knees down toward the outsides of your rib cage. Go ahead, release, and we'll extend both legs up overhead. Take a hold behind the thigh. And just stretch the heels up to the sky. Let's release the hands down to the mat next to us into our waterfall pose. Keep the feet flexing, the legs are nice and active. And exhaling, just let the legs come down nice and slow to the mat. Let the feet fall open. Let your arms turn so the palms open up. And let's just relax and breathe in our Shavasana together for a few moments. Reconnecting to our intention of love. How can you show yourself a little more love in the coming days? How can you extend that love beyond yourself? Show it to others and to the nature that surrounds us. And in our minds, we're just going to take a mantra you can repeat after me in your head or out loud if you like. Like, I love myself. I love myself. And I send my love outward to others. I send my love outward to others. I love myself. And I send my love outward to others. Let those words just sink into your heart and mind. Feeling your body relaxed on the mat. Feeling your gentle breath. A moment of pure love and connection. And then just let yourself start to gently wake back up. Making some slow movement in the hands and feet. Take a big breath in, reach the arms back overhead. And exhale to relax them down. Let the feet step up onto the mat. And the knees rock side to side. And whenever you're ready, rolling over and coming up to a seated position on the mat. Let's stack our hands on top of one each other over the heart. Connecting again with your heartbeat now. With the life force flowing through you. And give a little gratitude for this time you've dedicated to your practice. And for this time spent with our fellow yogis. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. Namaste. Thank you very much for being here. Have a great day.